Hello, beautiful internet family. My name is Dan Davis, and I'm the creative director here at DansTube.TV, as well as the Fearless Drone Academy, which is the ultimate online drone course for beginners. And today I might have stumbled across the ultimate Android tablet for drone pilots. Before I dive deeper into my review of the Huge Rock X71, I am actually giving this away to one lucky viewer. Now, the giveaway is going to be hosted on the Fearless Drone Academy's YouTube channel. So if you go over there and check out the latest video that has just gone live, I have a link in the description below as well as in the comments basically for you to go and check out that video, and that will tell you how to enter the giveaway. It's actually to celebrate 1,000 subscribers over on the Fearless Drone Academy's YouTube channel. And I've also hit 40,000 subscribers on DansTube.TV, which is insane. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm doing multiple giveaways, and this is my second giveaway in the run. It's for the Huge Rock X71 tablet. This thing is a beast. The X71 has a fantastic display on it. Now it's running Android 10, so it does actually give you a bunch of options. It's literally just Android, so you can play around with the file management system, download apps onto it, do what you do with a typical Android device. But this display here is a 1080p 1000 nit display. So if we compare this to the RC Pro, for example, from DJI, that's got a 1000 nit display. It's their like high-end premium smart controller. And this tablet here has a 1000 nit display, 1080p as well. It's just as bright and as punchy as the RC Pro, which is quite impressive. It does kind of look a little interesting when you're running Android 10 and you've got this old school Google bar along the top. It does look a little bit funny when you kind of launch into it, but straight when you go into the applications, the display is amazing, and it really does keep that brightness for all of the flights. You know, it does a great job of maintaining that 1000 nit brightness. The display is great and one of the standout features, but the X71 excels when it comes to its rugged design. So this is built to last. Honestly, when you pick it up, it does have a bit of weight to it. It feels great in the hand, but it is such a well-constructed tablet, and it's clearly designed for people that are out in the field doing like, you know, professional kind of drone shoots in areas that might be dangerous, or you might accidentally drop something on the actual tablet itself. It's also great for just the everyday user as well, because it's a very rugged design that if you were to drop it, or if something was to happen, you know that this thing is going to withstand it. Firstly, it can actually withstand up to a 1.5 meter drop, and it's shock proof of up to 2 tons of pressure. It's also completely waterproof. It's designed in a way where everything is sealed off, and it just does an amazing job. So you can literally have it out and about getting wet, getting dust thrown at it, sand thrown at it, and it's going to be able to withstand any situation. When we look at the ports on this device here, there's a shutter button if you want to capture screenshots. You've got an SOS button as well. If you for example, do have some sort of condition that you want to monitor, you can set that up so when you press on it, if someone discovers you and maybe you're unconscious or something like that, they can press that SOS button and it'll bring up your emergency information straight away, which is a great feature. There's also a headphone jack. That means that you can obviously listen back to what you're doing. You can connect to Bluetooth as well if you want to listen back to whatever it is that you might have on this device. And then on top of that, you have the power button, the volume rocker, and then you also have a micro SD as well as a SIM card slot. So the problem with some of these other smart controllers is you might not have a SIM card available to you. Some of the other smart controllers on the market or Android tablets on the market just don't give you the option for a SIM card. So you can get a SIM card for this tablet if you want to. And then you also charge it with USB-C down the bottom there. Great charging, nice and quick. And then the storage itself on the unit is up to, well, it's 128 gigabytes for the storage internally. So that just comes straight away, and that's a bunch of storage to have immediately on your device. In terms of battery life on the X71, it does have a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. So you're getting a bunch of battery life out of this. They say 45 days of standby, but I guess that would equate to, I have no idea, hours upon hours of use with this tablet. The fact that you can plug it in and have it charged while you're flying your drone obviously gives you a bit more juice as well, but you're not going to have to worry about charging this thing too much at all. Nice and easy to charge as well, like I said, with that fast charging. And the fact that it comes with this plate down here, so for whoever wins this tablet, you're going to get the whole kit with the box, all of the accessories and all of that. Because I only have like the one adapter in the box for a different country, you might have to get a different adapter if you really want to, but you can just charge this directly from USB-C into any other like brick that you might have. They're nice and easy to do. But this little, I guess, phone clamp, phone plate, you would probably call it, can fit into any of the controllers that you have. So for example here, we've got the Air 2S that I tested this out on. I can just slot it in like that. And then because of the position of the plate and the way it works, I can fold it down almost like a laptop, which works really nicely. You don't get too much movement up and down, up on either side of the stick. So you kind of have to push it right back if you want to make that work. But you can make it work, and you can have it kind of like a laptop, which works really nicely. Or you can angle it up and then have a bit more of like a distant view while you're flying your drone. I do find it does take a little bit of getting used to holding the weight, because let's not lie, like it's such a rugged design and it can take so much, it can withstand any sort of beating that you give it. But that actually comes with a little bit of extra weight, obviously. So that means that you've got a bit of extra weight to get used to when you're holding your controller. It does hold nicely though. I've never had it drop out or anything awkward like that. It is a little bit kind of top heavy, I guess you would say. So after a while, it does become a little bit kind of awkward if you're used to something like a smartphone just clipped in here nice and tightly. It is something to get used to for sure. Going back to that rugged design that I spoke about before, it is using aero-grade titanium as well as aluminium alloy, so it's built to last. Honestly, like this thing is insane. When you get your hands on it, it's just such a cool feeling to have such a rugged tablet, because a lot of people out there that might be doing commercial work are used to having things that you might have to put like a screen protector on it and you hope that you're not going to have any issues. This thing can withstand pretty much anything, so it's designed for any sort of situation you put it in. The Huge Rock tablet also includes an 8-core processor and 8 gig of RAM with, like I said before, 128 gigs of internal storage. So you are getting like a very fast, responsive tablet. I found that when I'm jumping between apps, like most Android devices are pretty consistent nowadays, but the fact that this is running like an older version of Android, which is Android 10, it's gone through all of those, I guess, optimization checks and updates. So in its like form right now, I actually love the fact that it's an older version of Android. It's not cluttered with anything, it's not bogged down with all crap that you don't really want. And that makes it run a lot faster. It's nice and snappy when you're going between different apps. And I find that when I'm in the DJI Fly application, which is where you really want it to be working, obviously, super responsive, changing between modes nice and quick, no latency with anything, and it's just a responsive tablet. And that's exactly what you want it to be, a nice, rugged, responsive, and reliable tablet that you can have for your drone, and that's exactly what it is. So it's quite a treat to be able to test this, because I know that it isn't really available to everyone. It's not in stores everywhere. It's something relatively hard to get your hands on. You can buy them online and different places sell them, but this is such a cool option for drone pilots out there that want like a dedicated tablet, but they don't have like an iPad. They might not want to use their phone and they don't want to get like the new RC Pro or anything else like that. This perfectly works for a lot of people out there. Having that 7-inch display on the front again is beautiful. The fact that it's 1000 nits, 1080p, the fact that it's really responsive and like the saturation on it is nice. The colors really do pop on it. But then that 7-inch display I think is a perfect size. Anything bigger than that would probably be a little bit heavy and uncomfortable. But I feel like once I got used to it, the weight wasn't really a problem. Like it's definitely heavier than most things you would have used. But once you get used to it, it does the job. And I think the size is perfect. It also sits nicely on this controller. And the fact that I've got customization over where I want it to sit is again perfect, because it does give me that full control, and I find it to be, quite a reliable fit when it just sits there. I did also test the X71 in direct sunlight. I just wanted to test how it would go, if the tablet would overheat or if we'd have any issues with the brightness dipping or anything like that. And it was great. I mean, when I had direct sunlight on it, it was still relatively hard to see because the like film that they've got over the screen itself to protect it can reflect a little bit weird when you've got direct sunlight on it. But if I got the right angle and moved a little bit, I could see it in pretty much any condition. And I didn't find that the tablet got hot. It didn't decrease the brightness or do anything like that. So I found that it was very consistent in what you would want it to be doing when you're out on a very hot, sunny day. So in all the tests I did, I found it to be very, very reliable. And I think that the X71 does a great job of giving you everything you need as a drone pilot in such an affordable package, really. Like, there's so many options here, and it just does what you need it to. You know, it doesn't feel like it's over functioning or doing too much that you don't need it to do. It's just a perfect tablet that you can use out in the field. And then when you come home, you know, like 128 gigs of storage, you can store your photos and videos on here. You can download some apps, you can use it, you know, like this is perfect. If you wanted to give it to your kids, for example, and they want to play some games on it, it's so rugged that they can just play it. And if they drop it, it's going to be fine. So really cool tablet with lots of options. So if you do want to enter the giveaway for a chance to win the Huge Rock X71, then you've just got to go over to the Fearless Drone Academy's YouTube channel, check out that video over there with all the conditions. Basically, you need to subscribe to the Fearless Drone Academy, leave a comment on that video, as well as go to the Fearless Drone Academy's website and then sign up to the newsletter over there. And basically the newsletter is how I find your email and how I can get in touch with the winner. I find that if I just focus on YouTube comments, the amount of times that people haven't replied to me, or I have to try to chase them down somehow and they're not checking YouTube comments. So that's why I go with the newsletter, because you also get a free gift out of it. You get a pre-flight checklist for signing up anyway. So it's a win-win really for everyone. Nice and easy giveaway, again, to celebrate 1,000 subscribers on the Fearless Drone Academy's YouTube channel, as well as 40K subscribers here on DansTube. So check that out. I would love your thoughts on this video. Let me know what you think of this tablet. I think it's really cool that they've created something for drone pilots. It's a beautiful love letter to us. So thank you again so much for watching. I will chat to you in the next video, and peace.